What is your greatest memory in the nation, period?
It depends. In what part?
I'm saying if
I have
somebody say your greatest memory, what would come up to mind? Because you have a beautiful journey out.
My greatest memory would be living in D.C., Maryland, and having a sisterhood conference where all of the sisters went to this resort, and we were just sisters. It was Sisters Day, and we went for the weekend, and it was sisters from Israel, the young CFF sisters. They sent on missions. Dora Vashti was there, and we learned so much. It was just like a bunch of sisters. And we was living in different homes, so it was you and a couple of sisters and you and a couple of sisters. And then the big house had the jacuzzi and had all of the big things, and we were just in there and we was talking and we were learning and we were growing, and that's something that's always connected me and wanted me to.
Yeah, that's similar to my experience, because if somebody asked me the same question, for me, before my Abba side of the family left Israel, it was the Chagim, mainly Old World Passover, sleeping on top of each other, on the floor, eating glida before we go out to the burning.
Are you saying glida? We was eating food. Oh, we was up in there eating that mac and cheese.
Everything, but I'm saying, the glida was like my favorite part. Like I'm gonna be shaking before I throw out the glida.
Man, cause you shook. Cause I remember your bringing a box of glida. And the brown boxes, you remember the glida came in the boxes, and he brought them. We was like, he burning that glida. They gotta burn that glida. Man,
that was my high point. I don't know what years, because I was little, but like both of my my Abba and my Ima side of the family, I had my whole family there.
Yeah, that was a blessing.
And once my Savta Uriela and Saba Ovaja left, like I lost half of my family. Like it was different from then. But that's my best memory.
I want to ask you, because it was asked to me, what was the thing that happened, the event that happened that caused you to say, you know what, I'm done, I want to go home. This is what I want to ask you. What event happened in your life that caused you to say, you know what, I want to give back. I want to see this vision. First of all, it's no longer a vision. It's no longer an idea. It's always an idea, but
until
it's more, But what made you want to say, you know what, I'm putting back because I want to see this continue to grow and be what I know that it could be. Because we all want it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us don't understand it. Like, we really have to put our hands inside. Like, we got to watch Kelbone for it to come out and be battered. Somebody gotta set it. Somebody gotta go bat a flower, carry it upstairs, set it. Somebody else gonna wash it. Somebody else gonna season. So what made you realize that, like, with all that you have known, everything that you have done, your family, the fact that you was ready to go live in whatever it was, you was ready to come back to Israel. What was it? What event that you experienced that said, you know what, I am gonna give my all back to what my grandparents have given to me?
I don't know where you all were, but it was 2004 for me.
Okay.
I was frustrated. Like, I think about 16 in 2004. No, I was 14 in 2004, I believe, if my math is right. I wrote a letter to Yah himself. I had acne on my face. My Abba had just left in 2003. Again, my family was taken from me. I had both sides of my family, and they were gone. And the Chagim wasn't the same. Nothing was the same no more. And I wrote a letter to Yah day before Yom Kippur. I believe in you. I need a sign from you too. Like, I need a sign from you because, like, this is hard. Man, I slept on the streets too. Most people don't know that. Like, when my Saba heard that I slept on the streets in Israel, he's like, why you just come to my house? Like, why are you sleeping on the streets? Easy. But, like, yeah, man, like, my Ima wasn't the type of Ima that could deal with me by herself without a Abba in the house. Mm-hmm. And so the next best thing was to put me out because I was rough.
Easy.
I was rough. So she'll put me out in the winter and I'll sleep outside. And it just made my heart even harder. I was Pharaoh. So I wrote a letter to Yah. I need a sign from you. This is difficult. This is really hard. And the next day, Yom Kippur, Abba Gadol, after service, I think he did it in a service for the adults at the time. And then after service, we right there by Rakota Dyer's house, right there, where you used to live, right there. And he said, he said it in Hebrew, Mi Mukhan, Latet et Kol, Neshama Shelo, Yom Kippur. And the whole nation was out there. According to my memory, it was his entourage. Everybody else was out there. I waited a moment. He was talking to the youth. And then I raised my hand because I knew that was my sign. When I raised my hand, I walked up to him, and he said, get down on your knees. And he prayed over my head. And he said that if you do what you're supposed to do, you will be remembered like the kings of Israel. That never leave me. It keep coming back. Like, what is it that I'm supposed to do? Because if I don't, what's the curse?
Does this not go back to what I said, that in order for you to be great, you have to do it within the idea that you was created in? If you don't do it in the idea that you was created in, Yehoyachin don't mean nothing nowhere else.
No, nowhere else.
It don't mean nothing nowhere because nobody understand it.
They don't even understand. They don't even know how to say it.
So it only means something when you're in your great, doing your great. Right. So that's really
and he
where
told
we
me
are.
He himself told me don't stop doing the bakery. So like whenever things get hard and I try to like escape it, it's like I always got to go back there in order to find my divinity or my greatness. Like the bakery that we're about to build here now, eyes haven't seen. I can say it just like him. Eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard. Because it's true. Like, I've been working on this for so long that when we design this one and when we come back to Dimona to replicate it,
And that's really, so I have to go back to home. Even though the idea has come Israel. In the process of the idea being Israel, a lot of things came from here. So we have to sometimes go back to the source. And this may be your source for you to be able to do everything that you need to do here so that when you do go back, you don't get to run from it. You actually get to set it up and put somebody in place so that they be able to take it on and continue it. And so that's really all. It's waiting on us to step up, choose it. And like, as they say, Simba, what does Simba have to do? Go back home and regain Pride Rock? Because right now, remember who you are. I know who you are. But you have to know who you are. And so, you here to fight your uncle for this. Now, however we take that and whatever we do with it, it is what it is. Yes. Your friends like, I'm here to fight my uncle for this.
Man, do you feel like we fighting our uncle?
Listen, I'm just going to use, because we talking about Lion King, so I'm going to use our uncle. Because that's who he had to, but we here to fight that spirit. We here to fight that system.
Man.
And we really just looking for a blessing. We really there looking for a blessing. And so everybody need a blessing on their journey. Moses got a blessing on his journey.
That Yaakov's fight he was fighting the angel like, I'm going to get a blessing.
Your blessing is just, and sometimes your blessing just be like, all right, cool. You got it. You got it. Here you go. And so it's a process.
You know what's funny? Even here at this Atlanta jurisdiction, the only way I was able to get in here is by telling Nasi Ram that I wanted to open up a bakery, because I didn't want to open up a bakery first. I was so heartbroken about the deli in Tel Aviv not going right that I said, I'm not doing food no more. I said, I'm doing clothes. And that's how this whole clothes thing, that's why I'm the clothes guy now. But when I told him clothes, he shooed me away like a fly.
Because we got clothes. And your parents didn't come for clothes. So how you going to come from a bakery and then come and tell him, I want to open up something you already got? No, you have to come with what your grandparents gave you. If you don't come with those blessings, you don't have no room. So he can't turn you away from bakery. So whenever you come with Ima Uriela behind you, whenever you come with your Abba behind you, whenever you come with Ima Karlebe, like they didn't do clothes. They was in the Katatizana. So you have to come and you gotta come with the Katatizana.
That's what my blessing was. That's
literally. Sure. And now that you're in,
Right.
You're able to do whatever it is in a process of doing the kata
Yeah.
tizuna.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's a part that we it's easy for us to get away from what we, like my mom was a hostess. That's all I knew. And so I'm very good with people. Everybody, she always with the guests. Yeah. Because that's what my Ima did. And how do I know anybody? How do I know everybody? Because I'm a people's person. I'm doing what my Ima did. So if I come and I sold, my Ima did show me the sewing. She showed me. But if I come saying, I want to bake, they'll take me to bake what they want me to bake. But like, I'm not going to go nowhere. I'm just going to be a worker. But where's that? You know what I'm saying? So we have to come with the gifts that was given to us, with the tools that was given to us. And when you come with those blessings, when you come with that, then there's space for you at the table.
You got to come with the gifts that was given to you. That's for sure. Because I am a man of many talents. And I realized that if I lead with any other talent than the one that was given to me, it ain't going to work.
Nope.
It ain't going to work at all. Like, you have to lead with the one that was given to you, because that one, according to the Bible, that one's going to present you before kings and nations. When the mayor of Atlanta walked in the bakery, for me, that was a big thing. I didn't know who the mayor of Atlanta was. You know, but she just came up in there, this little old bakery, you know, doing our best.
Man, from the back room, back porch.
Her and Secret Service walk up in there.
Yeah.
And then the word go out. In fact, that's one of the moments that the bakery blew up. The bakery blew up when she came through there, and she came through there because her mother came to this little cupcake shop that sells these amazing cupcakes for $1. You know, and that was again, the Bible says that a man diligent in his works will go before kings. So you lead with your gift. You never know.
Told her. Yeah. Cause he out here causing.
So what was your turning point where you like, I gotta go? You know you're not coming back, but what happened when you like, man?
You gotta
give
back.
A break at least, man.
Oh boy. So I like driving because I get to listen to my audiobooks. I get thinking time. I could connect with people. So I was driving on January 1st, their calendar, January 1st. I was driving Lyft, and I was in Southwest Atlanta over there by Greenbrier area. And 6 o'clock in the evening, you ain't thinking about nothing. You're just driving, listening to my audiobooks, and picking people up and dropping them off, having a day. Again, there's shooting going on because it's January 1st. That's what people do out here in their world, right? I pull up into this neighborhood waiting on this guy to come out. I see this guy come downstairs and get in his car. Then my passenger come downstairs and get in my car. 2 seconds after that, 3 or 4 guys coming down. The gun is already in their hand. They look like they about to go and tear somebody's target up, you know? And so I'm like, somebody about to get it. Like, I need to stay put or get out the way, you know? And they started aiming the guns at the guy who had just got in the car. Now, he came down from the same stairway that they came down. So I'm like, seemed like they would know each other. They neighbors, at least. They got to be. So I'm just watching this whole thing play out. And my smart passenger, which is probably like a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, I don't know his name. He rolled down the window and just say, "We just a Lyft. We just trying to get out of here." Why did he do that? I think for one, he took the attention off of the guy because the guy looked like he was about to get assassinated right there. But he brought the attention on us. And so now my military mind kick in. I had to take my belt off because now I might have to run for my life. So these dudes were mad. They were angry. Somebody pissed them off. "Get out of here" is all I heard. And I'm like, if I move this car, they spraying bullets. But I got to move it anyway because if I don't move this car, they spraying bullets. So I had to make a decision. The guy saw that they were serious. He ducked down. "Man, you got to go. They going to spray us." So I backed up. And again, the parking was kind of like it is across the street. It's the parallel. So you can't just bag up and leave or go forward. You have to bag up and then, you know. So I bag up, probably hit a car, and then, but they had sprayed us already. Man, when I tell you, when I saw on the news about October 7th, like I'd lived that myself. I've been through a situation where you hear, bah, each bullet I just heard ringing in slow motion in my ear. And my whole life is running before me. My kids are not in Israel. They're not even together. I got one son in Kenya. I got one son here. I don't know, like 2 children, that's it. Like my life is over. So my whole life is flashing before my eyes. And I'm like, I don't have to be here. This is an extra life. I could just go home. And so for me, I was like, I'm going home. Everybody tried to talk to me and tell me at that time, first of all, you're not even thinking rational at that time.
Man.
You know, you need probably therapy. You need something. So I was like, yeah, that's it for me. I can't take it no more.
You know, I kind of went through some experience like that. Man didn't go, like I didn't get sprayed on. Told her, yeah. But being out here on these streets of Georgia, I ended up getting a ride by these 2 guys. And they pulled into a dead end and pulled out guns on me at 17. Yeah. All I could think of was Lilac. That's all I could think of. That's all I saw. That's all I prayed for. And they had robbed me, took everything, my clothes, and I was blessed that nothing had happened to me. But I was naked running through the streets trying to get to a house that'll open the door to let me in, to help me. So I, like I said, it's so many, like, when I be thankful for the life that I have, like going to jail, just like experiencing everything that you're supposed to experience downwardly, like, yeah.
Wow, Sikia.
Just hearing you, it just really, like when you said that, I just have to count my blessings because man
my
like,
brother Yorai Ben Adiel came to pick me up. It's so important to answer your phone when people calling you, man. You never know.
I had to learn that.
You never know. But that's my brother, man. It was my best man right there when I got married to Maisha. He pulled up and took me home, man, and was able to tell it to my wife. I couldn't tell my wife nothing like that. I mean, how do you tell a woman something like that? To me, I'm different.
No, you're right.
You know, I got a little different DNA.
What's the feeling that goes through your body when something like this happens? What is it? What are y'all feeling? Do you even feel something? Is it adrenaline, or are you just like?
So, if I just continue my story, we made it out of the apartment complex, and Campbellton Road is the road.
Yeah.
So there's a gas station after you cross the light. There's a gas station, a Valero right there before you get on 285. A road right up in there, and then the boys behind. Now look, a bullet went through that door and hit the seat right where his head was, but he didn't die. A bullet didn't touch me or him. Like divine intervention all the way. It had to be. 1,000%.
It was.
So when we get there, I found out that I got a flat. I was gonna take him all the way home. He's younger than I. That's how we were raised. Mm-hmm. You know, he was in my care. I had to make sure that he was straight. So I'm shaking. He's shaking. You all right? Are you hit? You know, because I've seen this in movies. I've heard about this. So you want to check, are you hit? Because the adrenaline is running so deep at the time, you don't even know if you got hit. Mm-hmm. So it was all of that. And then again, man, that story would be forever if we keep going.
It's a fear. It's a fear that, like, it's a fear when it happens and you're not ready for it. It's like literally flashing back. It's like you don't know if you're going to be here. You trust you're going to be here. I don't even know how to explain it because you be still in shock days later. It's not something that just go away. As time goes, even through your thankfulness, there's that fear. Like, I came home, I hated guns. My children couldn't play with toy guns. They couldn't do their hands like this. Like, because what you going to do? And now we got the military. So I went from hating them to now you got to. So it's definitely, Toraya, you know. Toraya for both of us because neither one of us will be sitting here based on the journey.